Welcome back to the channel, folks. I'm your faithful host as usual. Today we're going to be talking about my best and worst things I think about Scotland. I have lived in New Zealand for a period of time, Australia for a period of time. I've seen different parts of the world so far. In my limited experience, this is what I think the best things are and the worst things are of my homeland, Scotland. We have some great things in this country, but we also have some very poor things in this country, I think. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about my top 5 favourite things, or the best things, and then my top 5 worst things. Number 1, the tap water. The tap water in this country is actually phenomenal. Now, coming from the UK, whereas we pride ourselves on some top-notch infrastructure, we are the creators of the modern world, the tap water I usually just took for granted. Going away and going to experience tap water in both Australia and New Zealand, where they pride themselves on excellent tap water, I felt like there was no change. You can drink no bother and is actually, if you can say very tasty, it's actually very good, very sweet, not really harmful, not that much chemicals in it. Number 2, we've already talked about this for many of years and there'll be tons of videos talk about it, but the scenery in Scotland is beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful countries in the world. There's something about Scotland's scenery, particularly on the west coast, particularly in the Highlands, there's just this little mystique, this little bit of magic that you have in this place that sort of ties the tales and the history all together of our country. And it's special. And going away, and yes, going to see lovely places, but then coming back, I feel even more grateful and more attached to what I feel my country is. Number 3, strange one here, the food. Now, people would usually go, oh, Scottish food is horrific. I don't mean it like that. I actually mean the quality of food. Here, the quality of our beef, the quality of our chicken, the quality of our local produce, potatoes, vegetables. Yes, they're not the most exciting of food, but the standards that we have set in our country are top notch. You can't get a better steak pie, I think, in Scotland compared to anywhere else. The best that you will find, the best produce of beef will be in Scotland. Number 4, the fresh air. There's nothing better than a day trip into the hills or a day trip to the beach where you can get some of the freshest air, I think, in the world. Scotland's in a unique circumstance that, yes, within a short driving distance that you can get to both very quickly. We've got some of the best beaches, I think, in the world, and also, as I've mentioned, the best scenery in the world. On a random average drive, you can get from coast to coast quite quickly in relative circumstances compared to other countries. And you can have a day trip, you can have a lovely brisk walk or even a chilled walk of a weekend's afternoon and get some fresh air. And number 5, and it's sort of the tying of the existence of the Scottish people, our culture. Wherever you go, wherever I've been, everybody's always fascinated with Scotland and its people and its history and its identity. Everybody loves the Scots. As you've seen on the World Euros, on the football last year, also the World Cup draw recently, everybody is so appreciative of the Scots and their people. I love that. I love that I feel I can go to anywhere in the world and feel appreciated. And that's why it's in my top 5. Now on to the controversial things. The top 5 worst things I think of Scotland. Number 1. Now, albeit I'm going to caveat this. Coming from Dundee, the weather is overhyped as being dreadful. But it is dreadful. It is some of the worst. It is cold and it is windy, and I can't remember the last day that it wasn't windy. The weather is poor. And tying into that, the second thing is the daylight hours in the winter. At the moment, I'm going to go and put it up on the screen right here. This is the middle of December. We are about 10 days out from the shortest day of the year, and the sun is going to be up for, yes, as you can see, hardly any. It's one of the most dreariest things when you're working Monday to Friday and you leave your house and it's dark, and you leave work and it's dark. And that happens from about mid-November through to about mid-March. Yeah, daylight hours in the winter is dire in Scotland. Number 3, human invention, potholes. For some reason in our country, in my lifetime, okay, the potholes on our roads are absolutely disgraceful. Now, for viewers from across the globe, won't really understand this problem, but I'm going to show you within a 10-minute walk of where I live some of the potholes that I've seen on some of the main roads in the city of Dundee. Due to rainfall, due to cold weather, due to changeable weather, we have potholes on pretty much every single road that we have, unless it's been recently relaid. Quite an issue for drivers, makes it more expensive for repairs, and overall, everywhere else I've been, I've never experienced potholes like what we have in the UK. For some reason, our country doesn't want to fix this problem, and for some reason, every other country either doesn't have this problem, or they used to have this problem, and they fixed this problem. Why do we not, particularly in Scotland, fix this problem? I don't understand. Number 4, everything is expensive here. Food-wise, or grocery-wise, I've actually just come back from shops. I went for a walk. I went down to the local Sainsbury's, okay? I went in there and bought, not the most expensive one, but the second most expensive Sensodyne toothpaste. I remember back in the day when that was maybe £2.50, okay? I've just seen a tube of Sensodyne toothpaste for £7, over £7 on the shelves. That is nuts. Take it on public transport. For me to take a 1-hour train drive to the capital city of Edinburgh, it is about £25. This is insane. And it's the same with buses, it's the same with trams, it's all of our public transport. It's not actually public transport, it's actually just communal transport owned by different companies. If I were wanting to get a bus somewhere, okay, this is the other thing. It's so complex. You have to then check the Megabus, you have to check the Ember, you have to check Stagecoach, you have to check First Bus, you have to check any other sort of bus companies that may be working in that area. You then have to check the train times on ScotRail, or you could check the train times on Trainline, or you could check the train lines on Virgin Trains if it's the LNER. Like, there's 8 websites that you have to go and check before you can do the cross-boundary commute or day trip journey. It's an absolute minefield. And yes, it will be expensive. If you're taking your car, our fuel costs, our petrol costs are some of the highest in the world. Our electricity, as you know, if you watch the news in the UK, is some of the highest electricity costs in the world, because private companies own all the things, whereas in other countries, some of the state is still nationalised. I would love it for our country to get to a position where we're actually having affordable things, so we can actually do things and not being so expensive for food, for taxes, for transportation costs. Rant over. Now number 5. And it's a bit of a fondness for my youth. And we're going to put stuff on the screen at the moment. I went down to the main street in Dundee. This is Reform Street. And within 200 yards, there is tons of high street shops are empty, and there's to let signs up on for them to find a business to get. Oh, it's empty at the moment in time. And this is the same thing that's happening in all of our cities and all of our towns in Scotland. The local butchers, the local cafes, the family-owned bookshop, all of these local companies that have been going for hundreds of years have gone, and they've been replaced by big mega chain companies. And due to rocketing costs, rental prices for these high street units have rocketed. They're really high, so it's not viable for small businesses to rent it out and create their business and start the business up in there. That would bring back a feeling, as what I said at the beginning of this video, there's this strong sense of identity towards Scottish people and its culture, and I want that to still feel that here in every city, in every people. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you've taken something from this. If you don't live here, I hope you to come here. It is a beautiful place. We're lovely people. We would love to have you here. And if you are from here, I hope you've taken something that you may not have known and found it informative. Scotland is a beautiful place. The Scottish people are beautiful people, and like everywhere, we've got things to improve on. These are some of the things that I thought are for improvement. But hey, if you have any other ideas or if you agree with me, let me know in some of the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts.